What's up, everybody? It's Yanni. Before we get started, here's my live dates coming up. Right now, I am in San Antonio, Texas, till the 26th of March. Then I head over to Madison, Wisconsin, from March 31st to April 2nd. Then Phoenix, Arizona, April 14th through the 16th. Then Addison, Texas, basically Dallas, April 22nd to the 24th. Then Cleveland, Ohio, May 5th through 7th. Then Roebling, New Jersey, May 14th. And a theater May 28th in Newport, Rhode Island. All tickets at yannispappascomedy.com. Come out and see me on tour, having fun. Come for a good time and a long time. Our bonus episode this week, patreon.com/Yanni Longdays, is a fun one. So go access it. It's about fast food fight videos on the internet. One just happened in Florida. Very funny story. And then we delve into some other ones and crack the hell up. So thanks for your support and enjoy this episode. It was a blast. What's up, everybody? Welcome to one of your entertainment options. There's about 13 million other options, so we appreciate you stopping by on your scroll, or if this is your destination, welcome. We hope you had a safe flight getting here, and we hope you fly with us again on Longdays Airlines. I just came from a funeral. My mom died, so I got a lot to talk about with funerals because there's a lot of fun that happens with funerals, guys. Mm-hmm. It is a business, baby. Down to getting the casket, to slipping the priest a little cash for his performance. He probably does early shows, late shows, middle shows. The kid's a performer as well. But also you need priests. I mean, what are you going to do with a dead body? You can't just bring it over your house and throw it in the kitchen. There's a process. I mean, these guys are good for births and deaths or whatever it is. So we'll talk about that. But it's not as important as Ketanji Brown Jackson. She's auditioning to be a Supreme Court on America's Got Talent. We'll talk about it. The judges are really getting into it with her. Also, Lizzo. Lizzo's a big girl. She's going on a big girl tour. She's she's searching for all big girls to go on tour with her. And the auditions are in the back of the Cheesecake Factory menu. Madeleine Albright's dead. Nobody gives a shit. Digital currencies will be regulated. We knew that was coming. Idaho, guess what? They're making it really hard to get an abortion. Yeah, well, you know what? I'd make it illegal to get an abortion if I lived in a state that needed more people just to be able to have representation in Congress. And California is making it cheaper to get an abortion. They don't need more people. So I support both. Epstein's Island is up for sale for $125 million. We will discuss who we think should buy it. The only person who could probably afford it is either Jeff Bezos' ex-wife or Tim Dillon with his Patreon. Also, Hillary's finally got the Hillary. She got it. Wasdadealis. Sus.
Yannis Pappas. Yeah. When you all tucked up in the day long, and the news online going on and on, what's right and wrong, and it's something up. Now here comes a great kid you know you can trust. From the true who's who to the news and cameras to the fake politics and the propaganda. Yeah, this kid's screwed in, got a lot to say. Oh shit, it's about to be a long day. It's a long day. It's a long day.
So Hillary finally got the Hillary. Hillary finally got COVID. It was inevitable. Two forces of nature that are so tenacious, were bound to do warfare together. Yeah. It's a heavyweight matchup right now.
It's Ali versus Frazier.
If I was COVID, I wouldn't be so confident I'm going to win that belt. Hillary might give COVID the Hillary. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. COVID might catch Hillary.
Yeah.
And then Hillary wins.
Yeah. I mean, Hillary gets COVID and then COVID gets its emails leaked. Yeah.
Yes. The only thing as potent and as toxic as COVID is Hillary Clinton.
She eats that for breakfast.
She's going to eat it for breakfast, dog. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
She's the type of woman, she never saw a rule she didn't like to play loose with for the greater good. So she's got it. So, thoughts and prayers out to her. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. We know she's going to be okay. She made sure that she has access to the best medical treatments available. Hillary Clinton tried to get health care done. She failed. She ran for president twice. She failed. She ran for senator of New York. She succeeded.
Yeah.
She got married to Bill, and they took an oath to never cheat on each other.
Yep.
Bill failed.
Yeah.
Bill ran for president twice. He succeeded. It's a family that's gone through a bunch of successes and failures. But like Michael Jordan said, he made so many shots because he missed so many.
Yeah.
So, you just got to take the bad with the good. So Hillary and Bill, you guys were already quarantining from each other. So I don't think that's a big deal.
They've been quarantined for 20 years.
Yeah, I think they've been quarantining since Monica Lewinsky, I'd say 30 years ago.
Yeah, the day she got that pantsuit tailored, it was over.
Yeah. The day that they decided that they were going to have an arranged marriage as a power couple, and yucky, they were going to somehow take, because, they were going to somehow take some redhead sperm to make Chelsea Clinton. Who's the daddy of that?
Yeah, we don't know.
Who's red? I don't see any redhead on Bill.
There's no redhead in Bill. I mean, Bill looks like SpongeBob with the suds.
Yeah. And just, I just want, Hillary just doesn't give off the vibe that she likes guys.
No, she does not.
So it could just be like, and Bill's always staring at other chicks and putting his hands on them, according to a lot of other women.
Yeah, Hillary gives off the vibe that she'll take down Kate McKinnon in a bathroom stall.
Yeah, it's just, it just feels kind of like an Oprah kind of Stedman thing where you're going like,
That don't match up.
You're going like, is this a brand relationship? Is it a brand relationship?
Yeah, is this a relationship that was arranged by Andrew Schultz?
Can you imagine Hillary and Bill cuddling?
No.
Could you even picture a cuddle from Bill and Hillary?
No.
Like a spoon. Can you picture Bill spooning Hillary?
No.
Can you picture Oprah spooning Stedman?
Oh, hell no.
Can you picture Oprah and Stedman? Stedman's kind of like around for a second. He just kind of pops in. He's like, "Yeah, I'm Oprah's man," and then Gail's just always around. Mm-hmm. Gail's just around a lot. There's like a Gail's just around.
I could see them cuddling.
I could see Gail and Oprah cuddling a little bit.
Make a nice book.
Does Stedman and Oprah have any kids?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's interesting.
The writing's on the wall,
It's just interesting. It's just some power. We're talking about two very powerful entities right there.
Yep.
And they came to power, I guess, at a time where Oprah just couldn't come out and be Ellen, right?
No.
Ellen couldn't even come out and be Ellen. Ellen, when she first came out, like her show, then the show went down, right? Because family was like, oh my God, the devil's in the television or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then she made her comeback and she became huge. Because we found out she was lesbian, but we didn't know she was a cunt. Yeah. She didn't come out as a cunt till later.
Yeah, double down on the vagina. Yep.
Ellen had two. Ellen came out of the closet as gay, and then she was forced out of the closet as a cunt.
Yeah,
by people who work for her.
Yeah, your sexual preference can't always be a characteristic that you have too. It don't line up well with that.
Yeah, Hillary hasn't come out of the closet. Do you think Hillary's a lesbian? You think the rumors are true she's a lesbian? Do you think she's true? Yeah. Does she give off any sexual energy to you?
No. No. Yeah. I mean, she ran for the governor of New York State. I mean, I can't picture a straight female representing this state.
Right.
This state is lesbian energy. Like, when I think of New York, I want young M.A. to be my governor.
Young mom.
Yeah. That's who I want to be the governor. Of this state.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got big time WNBA player. There's a lot of lesbians in WNBA.
Oh yeah, she's averaging a double every game.
Now a lot of people are going to say we're saying that because she's the boss and like what a woman can't like be like in the man's world. No, that's not. I don't think that's why I'm saying it. I don't think I'm saying. There's just something going on there.
There's also there's a vibe.
There's a vibe there.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe, dude. It's a vibe. You know, guys who like girls give off a vibe, and girls who like girls give off a vibe. But much like Ellen, I think Hillary hasn't come out either as potential husband or a cunt. She's in the closet.
Yeah.
She's a tough, her reputation, she's tough. She's a tough woman. But she's got the Hillary. We wish her well. We wish her well. Here over at Longdays, we are her favorite show.
Yep.
She sits up there in Chappaqua in her home state of New York.
She was looking for movie recommendations.
Oh, yeah, she wants movie recommendations. What should Hillary watch? Because she's got a quarantine.
Enemy of the State with Will Smith.
Yeah, you can watch Enemy of the State. Another good one you could watch is
I Think I Love My Wife with Chris Rock.
I Think I Love My Wife with Chris Rock. You could watch what's the movie? Oh, you can watch. Oh, I can't think of the movie. What's his name where the guy discovers he's gay? He was in A Fish Called Wanda. Kevin Kline. Do you remember that movie? It was a good movie. Where he's like just slowly discovering he's gay. He's like a straight dude, and then he's just like in the show tunes. I don't know. Look, we're having a lot of fun. Who knows? Hillary Clinton could be straight, could be gay. What I'm saying is she wanted to be president.
Yeah.
She wanted to be president. Bill was president. It's clear she was the first lady, but then she had aspirations of her own. She ended up becoming a senator. You know, she leveraged first lady status into senator status, and she was going to leverage senator status into president of the United States status. So the suspicion is that this was kind of a power arrangement between the Rodham family, the Clintons.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she started from small beginnings and made it big.
Yeah,
you know?
and she doesn't come from a time where she could, I don't know if America's ready for a lesbian president yet, but she in her era, I don't think you could get elected unless you had like a regular marriage.
Yeah, you have to pass it by. I mean, no, okay. Jesse's looking at porn. Here we
What
go.
are you looking
All
at?
right.
I was looking at movies for her to watch. Lesbian booty calls.
Yeah, back in that time, though, you definitely can't be a lesbian president, you know?
No.
No one wants a female president that probably can disassemble an M16 with her eyes closed.
No,
you know?
you don't want that.
No, you don't.
So anyway, I mean, we were all over the place with that, but I mean, Hillary has got COVID. A lot of people are going, why are you saying Hillary's got the Hillary? Because I call COVID the Hillary. I've been calling it the Hillary as a joke for a while because it keeps coming back. It's tenacious. And Hillary's definitely that. She's a fighter. So anyway, yeah. So wish her well. I had a funeral today. You know, my mom finally passed away. She had a long battle with dementia.
Yeah.
So she finally shut the lights out. And I've gone through this a few times. The older you get, just the more funerals you go to. And it just becomes kind of a normal thing where you're kind of like, and when it's a family member or something like that. That's the thing. It's like my mom's death is not tragic. When you go at 90 after you've had dementia for a while, it's kind of like the best case scenario that could happen, right? So, anyway, picking the casket, the whole thing is just a very funny thing. You walk in, funeral directors, they have kind of like a vibe to them. They're like, like who gets into the funeral director? Like, they're like somebody. I was looking at one. We were looking at a few because we were trying to find some. First of all, you got to have just set some money aside for when whoever's in your family dies.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you a couple of grand.
Yeah, it's going to cost you a couple NFTs.
Yeah, it's going to cost you a couple of NFTs that are worth something. You got to set aside a couple grand.
Yeah.
There's money you need to set aside that you may not be thinking about. And that's one of them. You got to have a big chunk of money aside.
Yeah.
To throw, it costs money.
Dude,
Yeah.
How much was the casket? The caskets are ridiculous.
Caskets are funny because that's the thing about the caskets. The caskets are like, there's all different types of caskets.
Yeah.
Like you can get like real wood. You can get like the machine. What's that? What they put together the woods together? The synthetic kind of. They meld all the woods into one. It's like
Pressed wood, like the pressed wood?
Yeah, stuff like that. It's like
Isn't
a
the cheapest a pine box?
Pine, yeah, you got pine, you got oak,
Right.
you got all these different types of woods you
Yeah.
can get that are nice. It's going in the ground, so it's really for the wake.
Right.
Like in the Greek Orthodox Church, we you got to look at the body, which I never understood. We put a nice little picture slide above,
Of course.
and everyone's looking at that. Nobody's looking at the body. It doesn't even look like the person.
Yeah.
It's like it's like. But then if they close the casket, that takes away a lot of people's jobs.
Yeah,
you close the casket because there is a makeup and hair department for a corpse. She goes in there and even the funeral director goes. He goes, I didn't mention it when I walked in because we're in there. You walk in there with your fucking checkbook. You're grieving, but you walk in with a fucking checkbook. Make no
money is
mistake, you're
out.
walking in and he's like,
Yeah.
and the guy's like, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry. He's like, he's really soft spoken. He's like, so the remainder of the balance, your brother paid half. He said, but I'm sorry for your loss, but the remainder of your balance, you can put it on a card. And then I was like, oh, can I write a check? He was like, I usually take, but I know your family. I mean, this is like the sixth family member we've had buried there. So like our family, we should have got like a group discount or
Yeah,
something.
you should have got like a Costco membership.
yeah. At this point, he should have trimmed a little off the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when I was filling out the check, I didn't mention it, and you could tell he at one point he goes does she look good? Like she went to how does she look? Because I
Right.
didn't mention it, and I was like, oh yeah, no, she looks great. You guys, because he wanted the acknowledgement.
I hate that about funerals. Like the person that you love never looks like themselves. It's
Yeah.
like it's a character of themselves.
It looks like
Jesse painted them.
yeah, it looks like a dead paint. It's
Yeah.
like
It's surreal when they don't move.
yeah, and they're
They
just kind of
Yeah,
When,
no.
when you don't see the chest moving, like there's no breath. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a wax museum essentially.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
That shit
there's-
weak me out.
There's something about the way whatever your spirit is that animates you or your personality that makes you look the way you look. And then when you're dead, it does not look like the person. It's just it doesn't. There's something about it where it's like my mother didn't even look like my mother, and I saw her 2 days before when she was alive. And it's just like a total difference whenever, because then all the blood, whatever they do, they put chemicals in you and all that
To
shit.
sew the mouth too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a thing where they either do a good or bad job. And I had to say they did a pretty good job. They made her look good. They made her hands look good. They gave her a nice little suit. They sent us options. They sent us outfit options. We had a blue or white pick. And me and my brother was like, we both chose the blue. He was like, I agree. And so it's a whole art form to getting that
It was
corpse
a whole
ready.
process.
Yeah.
You didn't know your mother was going to her funeral. You thought she was going to the Oscars.
Yeah, she looked good,
Yeah.
man. She looked good. She's going in the ground looking good.
Now, do the Greeks do wakes, or they just?
Yeah, they do the wake.
They
That's
do the
the
wake.
thing. That's the
2
thing.
days. Two days a week.
You do one wake, and then the next day she goes. So we did the
goes.
wake yesterday,
Right.
and then today we did the church funeral, and then you drive the body. The whole thing is there's a lot of humor in it. When you go to pick the casket and they show you the caskets, they take you down to the room. It's like, first of all, it's like they're always like, sorry for your loss. Sorry. First of all, you want to do it before they die, right? So it's always this, that's the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
You want to know it's coming. So they know you know it's coming. So you walk in and they're always just like, there's this funny thing between business and sympathy where they're going we see your mom, we understand. They're trying to find the right way to say it. We understand your mom is
It's like Netflix and chilling with a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to slip into
Yeah.
yeah. We're trying to we're not just watching the
Yeah.
movie.
Are you cold?
Yeah, you cold? Yeah. We understand. They always try to find we understand moms. And they always call it moms.
Yeah,
They never say your moms. We understand moms, hasn't been well. Right. And they kind of let you lead. They kind of don't want to. They let you lead. So if they see that you're okay, they do a lot of. They're in their whoever their mentor is as they pass it down. Whoever teaches them and mentors them in sales, it's a lot of face expression training.
Yep.
They do a lot of.
Yeah.
And it's very soft. And mom's okay.
Concealing the emotion.
Yeah,
'Cause
they're-
inside they're going,
Yeah, because it's they have to pretend like they're
Right.
Like they're very caring, but they're running a business.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good business too. And then they go, "Would you like to take? We have a showroom, They have a casket showroom, some of them. So you go and you take a peek, or you can take a sample.
I just pictured a casket on a rotating thing.
And the materials are different. There's a little more silk. Some of them are more ornate. And part of you's going like, dude, it's going in the ground. So give me the cheapest fucking one.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
So, and the prices can range from like 10 grand to like, you're not getting out of there for anything under a couple of grand.
Yeah.
You can't, you're going to have to pay a couple of
They're
grand.
going to upsell you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need a Balenciaga casket.
No, yeah. But some people do get it. Like my brother's like, I want dark wood.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
really?
my brother wants,
And he was the gay one, right?
Yeah, the gay one,
yeah.
yeah.
He got taste.
But you know, it's funny. After you go to a few of them too, and I know that I'm Greek Orthodox, so I guess that's how my wife will do me because she's like all into that shit. I mean, you could throw me out. I don't give a fuck. Fuck my body. Do whatever you want to it. You know, burn it up.
Yeah.
Throw it at some Russian soldiers. I don't care what you do to it. I'm dead.
Yeah.
But if that's gonna be my thing, you start thinking about it and going like, you know what? I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Don't put me in some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You want a customized casket?
Yeah, I want my corpse because you start looking at it as like a party.
Yeah.
You know the party's going to happen because then people talk and they have a good time.
Yeah, you're looking at casket how you look at shoes now.
Yeah. I'm starting to look at it because you know what happens is at the wake is like after the priest comes and does his thing, everyone kind of chills. And then last night we kind of they had to kick us out. I made a joke that we closed the place down. I was like, can we at least get one more round? Because we started like hanging out with the corpse just sitting there and everyone's just
Yeah, I know. That
the
is
corpse
weird.
is just there and everyone's just talking, having a good time.
I've been in a wake and
Yeah.
people just start laughing and joking.
Yeah. And the corpse is just sitting.
Motherfucker leaning on the casket, putting his beer down on it. That's what it's about, though. It's a celebration of life at the end of the day. So,
That's the best part. Yeah.
You get people together that loved you, and appreciated your presence. So that's what it's about.
Yeah, and the more you get used to it, the more you it just kind of takes away. You just kind of get used to it, where it just looks like another thing. Like death is just part of life, and we're all gonna go there, and if you're gonna have a party with me,
Might as well be nice.
yeah, I want it to be nice. You start going I want people to have a good time.
You're going to have a playlist?
Yeah, because I know there's gonna be people in the room looking at it, going casket looks pretty nice. For that one day, it's a display because they put you on display. Flowers,
Old photos? You got an old photo?
the old photos is a must.
Yeah.
In fact, we were looking at another place that was a lot cheaper because we were looking to save a little dough. But my brother, he was right. It was like the photo, the screen on top of the casket where you do the photo reel, that's essential. And a lot of places don't do that. Excuse me. You guys are not adapting. You're behind. Shout out Greenwich Village Funeral Home. They got the photos
Oh, they
on
on
top.
slideshow?
Slideshow's the way to go, dog. Everyone's looking at the photos. Because how long do you stare at the body? You just kind of look at the body.
Yeah, you want the memories to kick in,
Yeah, and I when people walk up to the body too, I don't kiss the body. I know people are looking at me going, because I didn't kiss my dad either, and me and my dad were close. It's not my dad. It's just a dead body. He's not there anymore.
Yeah,
so it's
I couldn't touch my brother. I just tapped his shoulder real quick, like, all right, player.
Yeah,
and I got out there real quick because that shit was weird.
he's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone. It's just flesh at that point.
Yeah, and they also fucked up his goatee.
They
too.
did.
Yeah,
huh?
that shit was.
Did they pencil him on or what?
That it looked like he looked like a Civil War soldier because the way that he had like mutton chops. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This shit was like going out. I was like, all right, I don't know who you got.
The twirly?
Yeah, it was out. It was all fucked up. I was like, he would not have that shit lined up. Should have got a Dominican in here. Would have had that shit looking fly. Who had Ulysses S. Grant in the goddamn casket right now.
Yeah, dude, they have a whole that. That's somebody's job. They take the body and they really present it to present the body. I used to be against open caskets because it's like, who wants to see? It's just a corpse.
The Jews.
I'd rather see the Jews close.
The Jews have a closed
They
casket.
close, which I prefer. But now I'm for it because it's a funny kind of art form to get a body ready.
Yeah.
And also it's like, when you look in a world where you're trying to create new jobs, we can't take that job away.
Yep.
So I support it. Because that's a whole dude who gets paid to go down there to the basement. He's probably puts on some music. Like when you pay, what if he's listening to a podcast?
You probably listen to Longdays.
He's listening to a podcast and he's humming, just like putting the makeup on. They arrange the hands. The hands
Yeah.
are always
The hands are always here. Yeah.
They got can you imagine how funny that is to just like they're arranging the fingers? They're just putting the fingers like. My mom's hands was like that, and you know he kind of look. He probably looks at it like an artist when you're looking at a sculpture, and he's going like, "What if I try the right hand over the left?"
It takes a few steps back.
A few steps back.
I never liked the hands like that though, because no one ever has their hands like this in real life. The only people that do this shit are like prairie moms looking at their kids play in the prairie.
Yeah.
From the stoop. No one does this shit.
Yeah.
Like put my hands in a gang sign or something like that. You know.
I bet you they buried some gangsters like that, like you know.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
This guy they just put his hands like that.
Tape his hands together and shit. Use Gorilla Glue.
Oh man! So I mean, you know, that's an art form. Getting that body rate, putting in a nice thing, the flowers, the whole thing. Then you pick the prayer cards. And you get to pick, you know, the which icon it's going to be or whatever, and then the prayer. You pick the prayer. Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of like add-on options. It's planning a party a little bit. Mm-hmm. You're planning a little bit of a party. What are you looking at?
No,
MySpace?
Yeah, Dan Goodman used to post like gangster funeral photos.
Yeah,
and they were hilarious. Just like you said, they had like pimped out caskets, they had gang symbols. And
yeah.
I can't find any of them right now, but they were really funny.
Yeah, I remember seeing one too where they had one guy propped up and he was kind of like alive. It looked a lot like they took pictures with him.
They had airbrush caskets.
Yeah. It's interesting how we all celebrate. I mean, you know, mourn. And then you know, they go into the ground. Then you go into the ground. It is the great thing we all have in common that nobody wants to. I think if there was more of an openness about that's where you end up, I think if we didn't try to hide it so much for so long from kids, there would be a lot more humility in the world. I think there'd be a lot more, a lot less hate.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you end up, everyone becomes a skeleton. Everyone's skeleton looks the same, and everyone goes into the dirt,
or the sea,
or the sea, or whatever. You could go into the oven. And you could.
Bezos is probably going to go to space, but
I mean that kid's going to try to keep freezing his head, but you can't. That's where you're destined to go. You're running, but you're going back into the dirt no matter what. So it's like. The destination is not important in life. It's the journey is kind of the truth.
Yeah.
Like whatever you're trying to achieve, that's great if you're enjoying the journey, right? Because the journey is the important thing. Because at the end, you know,
you're gonna come right back to home base.
You go right back to the way
it's going outside and playing with your friends. You know, you go outside, you know, have your little fun. Once that street light comes on, it's game over, son.
Game over. You go right back to where you came from. Guys, learning a second language, we all tried to do it in high school. Most of us were, I mean, I'm barely proficient in Spanish, to be honest with you. But now I am learning Spanish with Babbel at Babbel.com, Babbel.com. This is the best language learning app on the internet. That's why it's so highly reviewed. They have these 15-minute bite-sized lessons, which is the best way to learn a language. They got all the good ones. I think it's 14 different languages you could choose from. English, Spanish, right? Italian, German you can lose. 14. It's designed by actual language experts as opposed to AI, which is the best because people know how people learn better than AI knows. So that's what makes Babbel so unique. They also have like fun games, videos, podcasts. There's plenty of ways to learn, but those 15-minute bite-sized lessons, 15 minutes at a time, really push you forward in learning a second language, which is great for when you travel or, you know, you want to talk dirty in another language. I mean, you know, dog, if you want to really sound sexy when you talk, learn French. That's some hot stuff, you know? You want to travel. German, I wouldn't recommend it for talking dirty, but it's great to know if you go to Germany. Yeah. But talking dirty in German is a little harsh. But French, Italian are beautiful.
German, if you're in the S&M.
If you're in the S&M, German's good. Yeah. So go to Babbel.com. Use the promo code Longdays. All one word, Longdays at Babbel.com. You get 3 months free of your first 6 months. Okay? So you basically get half off. You get half off for your first 6 months that you sign up. This is a no-brainer, man. It comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee if you don't like it. So go purchase your 3 months. Get your additional 3 months free right now at Babbel.com. Promo code Longdays. Language for life, guys. Go learn that second language or third. Keep going. It's great. Babbel. Fellas, it's time to level up your skincare game. It's not just for the ladies now, you know? It used to be taboo. This is one thing I can support from this new world we live in is, fellas, time to take care of that skin. You can't use the same bar of soap that you used on your butt on your face. That's where Lumen comes in. Yeah. Okay? Lumen is incredible. Since I've been using it, since they sent us the products, you can see how beautiful my skin looks. It looks beautiful. Now it's time to drop the bottle and start using products that actually take care of your skin. Lumen is the highest quality. Their products aim to help you with those stubborn acne scars, under eye dark circles, wrinkles, sun damage, dry skin, oily skin, and more. Starting Lumen is easy.
They're going to want their money back.
It's easy, dog. You take the quiz, and based on your 2-minute quiz, which is always fun to take those quizzes, you take that quiz and they will tell you exactly which routine is best for you based on your skincare needs, according to that quiz. So it's fun. All their products are made with only natural ingredients that actually work. Natural ingredients is important when you're dealing with touching your skin. They use licorice root extract, rose flower oil, charcoal powder. Charcoal is like the cure-all, be-all. Ginger, green tea, and charcoal. So charcoal powder and charcoal. These are all natural ingredients. Skincare shouldn't be so complicated, and Lumen makes it very simple, and that's what guys like. We like things simple. Take the quiz, tell me what to use, I use it, you'll see the results. So just try it. Go to lumenskin.com. That's LUMIN skin.com/fumes to get your free trial of Lumen products right now. That's lumenskin.com/fumes. Now here's the thing. Speaking of corpses, when Lia Thomas dies, okay, her body decomposes after, I don't know how many years it is. I'm not a paleontologist or whatever it's called. I picked an ologist and I went with it.
Close enough.
Yeah. I don't know how long it takes for the body to decompose and become, which by the way is kind of wild that the body eats itself, right? What was it? Maggots, like kind of, yeah, some wild
Just
shit.
decompose.
Yeah, but then like it eats itself. It's I don't understand it. It's some wild shit. Yeah, maggots kind of are born out of the something. It's fun being stupid, you know. But everything is a look up or a Google away.
Oh yeah.
Your generation knows that, which is I love that. But at that point when she's all bones, Lia Thomas, sometime deep in the future, okay, when gender does not exist, right? Because we've cured it or whatever. You dig her up, her bones. Whoever finds her bones, will say, "This was a male." Do you know what I'm saying?
I thought you were going somewhere with that.
Even though I was going to a joke, and I just went with the truth. And you know what the funny thing is? That's the thing that's going to get us in trouble. Her bones, they'll look at her bones and they'll be able to tell, like they can now when they find bones because of certain, markers that this unequivocally was a male.
Yeah, the bones are going to be big. In a dystopian time, someone's going to find her body. They're going to take both her femurs and make a bow and arrow out of it.
Yeah. I mean, so... This is what we're talking. Let's start the conversation there. Now, Lia Thomas, this big controversy now. Florida, all these states, they're all talking about it. So Caitlyn Jenner is speaking out about it. She's like the biggest hero of the trans community, but then they hate her too.
Yeah.
Because she's like, she's against this. And I don't know how many people are for this. I just don't know how many. I've never met one.
Yeah.
Every liberal person I talk to, every conservative person I talk to, even the liberal ones, like I was talking to one recently and he was like, yeah, I guess they just haven't found out they haven't figured out like a standard test. And then I bring up my point and it stumps everyone I talk to. Nobody can say anything to my argument.
Which is?
My argument being, okay, right now, now obviously we know Lia Thomas was a male swimmer a little while ago. He was a male swimmer. He was 400 and something in the world. Now he's the champ.
Yeah.
She's the champ. She's the champ. She's the
Switched
champ.
up quick. 3 to 5 business days. Yep.
Yeah, 3 to 5 business days. She went from 400 and something in the collegiate ranking to number 1.
Amazon Prime of gender switches.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now I know she lost some races or whatever. I would throw some too. I would throw a few too to make it.
That's a theory.
I mean, dude, did you see her standing next to the other girls? She's like twice the size. She's like, the other girls were like much, much shorter. They're like, they look like, let's be honest, she looks like a male swimmer.
Yeah.
Because she was one. I mean, she used to be one.
Yeah.
So, here's my example. Right now, there are none, and there probably never will be. And by probably, I almost mean definitely. Will never will be or could be a trans man. There could never be a trans man that could ever play in the NFL. To make it to the NFL, you know, at the combine.
Yeah.
To get those numbers.
Okay.
To take those hits, to be able to give those hits on a 300-pound man or a man who is 220 running a 440. It's not, it's just, some things are anatomically anchored.
Yeah.
That being one of them. Okay? There will never be a trans man who could beat Randy Moss in a race. It will never happen. It'll never happen. Not only will there not be a trans man who could beat, there will never be a trans man who will be able to beat the 400th fastest wide receiver in Division I or whatever. It's just the same way the 150th man in the world in tennis would beat Serena Williams, who's the greatest tennis player of all time. Okay? Everyone knows this to be true because it is.
Okay.
Some things are just true. You know, and some people have a hard time when you say it, but we all know it's true. So there will never be a trans man who could make it to the NFL. There'll never be a trans man who could play in the NBA.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Have you seen The Rock's daughter?
Yes.
She might tell you to shut the hell up.
The ancient Greeks always said there is no rules without an exception.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's daughter scares me, son.
What you're saying is she's strong.
She's very strong.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I got what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying.
But look, that
Yeah.
son.
She's
Son.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, that looks like Pocahontas on creatine.
That's
Yeah.
And she's getting into wrestling now.
Dude,
but
she looks like The Rock.
I think if you got the gene, The Rock's genes are very strong.
Yeah.
If you got the genes for it and you start at the age of 0, like you curling kettlebells in the womb, you might have a shot with genes.
No,
but I agree
at playing at the highest level. You might have a shot to be able to compete with like a D3 guy in a pickup game. Or a D1 guy maybe in a pickup game.
Yeah.
Compete. But to play in the NBA.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say you're gonna be good, but
Right.
you can compete.
To make it to the NBA?
You can compete. Look at them shoulders, dog.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It'll never happen.
Yeah, okay.
It'll never, like, they're just.
Most of the time I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, let's say Brittany Griner, she's 6'9". You ever see her dunk? It's like a barely a dunk.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you take any run-of-the-mill D1 6'9" guy, just going to back her down and just
He's
dunk on her.
dunking that, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but Brittany Griner dunk, she looks scared. It's like she's cooking bacon.
Yeah, she just kind of
Yeah.
makes it right over and just like, it's just a thing. It's a thing. Look, there's outliers here and there, but at the highest level, there
Of course, yeah.
there will not be any outliers.
Yeah.
Because those are the best of the best men, right?
Now, what if they do like Mark McGuire level steroids? Just like juiced.
That's a good question. But then if the guys do the juice, then it's the same thing.
No, just
the chicks?
Yeah, they're the only ones allowed to do the
Then,
juice.
yeah, then I think we may.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how far they can take it. I don't know. But the fact remains is they're not guys. They're not guys. They're trans men. The thing that you can't say when this whole thing trans women is a woman, it's like a trans woman is a trans woman.
Yep.
Okay? When I went to give to have my baby, there was no trans women in the ward. It was all women. So can't we just, why is trans woman a bad word? Why can't you just call her a trans woman? Respect her pronouns, call her, all that stuff. But why do I have to pretend like a trans woman and a woman are the same? They're not. No two people are the same. So why, they're not the same. Why am I being bullied into them being the same? One was born a woman and can make kids. The other one was born a dude and needs science to become a woman.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking true.
Yeah.
What is going on in our fucking society where you can't say what's fucking true when we're taking every single fucking person's feelings into account, even if you have to deny reality. It's like, dude, you were not born. I don't know why or what, but you weren't born a woman. You're a trans woman. I will call you a trans woman. There's nothing wrong with a trans woman. It's the greatest thing in the fucking world. Some of you are fucking hotter than chicks. But can I just call you what you are?
Yeah. Tom Brady now plays for the Buccaneers, but that doesn't mean he wasn't a former Patriot.
He was a former Patriot. Exactly.
It's always going to be on his resume.
It's always on his resume. It's always on your resume, girl. Girl, it's on your resume. At a certain point, you hit on the other side of the plate.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you so bad want, but it is what it is. Like, you're a trans woman or you're a trans man.
Yeah.
Now, back to my point. Right now, let's just, we went through all the outlets. Right now, any D1, D2 player could play in the WNBA. Not only could they play in the if they transitioned in a year, like Lia. Lia transitioned in a year. She was competing from male to female. Any guy right now who played Division I basketball could play in the WA. Not only could they play in the WNBA, as soon as they got there, they would dominate. They would be dominant. And if a lot of trans women from the division who used to be Division I players decided to do that, the whole league would be trans women.
Yep.
It's just what would happen. Everyone knows it's true, and it is what it is. Not one trans man right now could make the NBA or the NFL.
Yeah.
Not one. And the reason why that is because biological men are stronger and faster and bigger. That's just what it is. At that level, that's all. You can't go, oh, there's some women who are big. You know, and then people go, well, she will kick your ass, Yanni. Yeah, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about male sports, female sports, male athletes, female athletes at the top level, right? So right now, none could play. None. And nor will they ever be able to play in the NBA or the NFL. But trans women, and the reason is because men are bigger and stronger. So why can we say that's true for trans men, but we can't say the same thing applies for trans women, right?
Yeah.
Why does the same not apply? Why does the same not apply when you go, biological men are stronger and bigger, and that's why trans men will never be able to compete with them at the top level? Why can't we also say that in women's sports by going, hey, biological men have an advantage? Because they do. They do. Otherwise, Lia Thomas wouldn't be able to go from 400 in the world as a man to winning it. Okay, what made her such a good swimmer in a year? Was it her passion for swimming? Was it her diet that changed?
Yeah, he cut out meat.
She cut out some meat. Yeah, there was some meat she cut out for sure. I know this part wasn't funny, but it's so tiring.
No, it's okay. You need a long day, bro. You know, you got to get it off your chest, son. Your lip is sweaty as shit.
Yeah.
All right, so get that shit out. Your lip is sweaty as shit.
I mean, I'm just getting so tired of this. Like, you know, and this thing that this is going to be like some civil rights issue. It's just not. I hate to tell you guys. I hate to say it to the progressives. It's not going to be a civil rights issue. It's just not. I've spoken to gay people who don't see it that way. I mean, it's just not going to be a civil rights issue. I mean, there is a biological woman who is losing a spot, right?
Yep.
Because someone who transitioned is taking the spot.
Yeah, man, and it's hard. You know,
it's not fair to them.
It's not fair. It's hard, and if you have Caitlyn Jenner taking the side of the biological woman, that's hard. You know. because Caitlyn Jenner looks like she's gonna be on your side. She's the Caitlyn Jenner of trans.
Yeah.
You know, she's the Candace Owens of trans because it looks like she's gonna be on your side. Then she opens up her mouth and she says some shit that does not abide by you.
Right. And
so
she's not the only one. I mean, there's other trans people too, like who you know. It's just not. Those are the voices. You only have to find those on the internet.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, those voices. Here's the thing that you do. Here's the thing that people do. This is a long day so far, and then we'll get to the funny. But when you define somebody by one thing that they said.
Yep.
When you define someone by one thing they said, and you don't, or you define them and then you cast them away. What you do is you push them into the arms of extremists.
further into the abyss of misunderstanding.
Or also into the arms of the extremists.
Yeah.
Because those are the only people who will accept them for that one thing.
And create a community around
Because
them.
everyone else is going, I can't be around this person. I
Yeah.
can't be around this. So the only people who say you can be around us are the ones who believe that, and also a bunch of other bad
and
shit.
therefore you just create more adversary for yourself.
War makes for strange bedfellows. So if everyone casts me out, but the only people who are accepting me happen to be, sexist or racist or homophobics, at a certain point you go, hey, I'm a person. I need friends.
Yeah, if they're
These
giving
are
me
the
a
only
bed to sleep
people.
in, I'm going to take it. Yeah.
So then you end up going like, I guess those are the friends they're going to be. So when you define person by one thing they did, by a mistake they did, a sin they did, a tweet they did, whatever it is, that's essentially what you're doing. That's essentially, you're pushing them into the arms. You're growing your opposition. You're making more enemies.
Yeah.
You're forcing them into the tribe that will accept them because they're the only ones crazy enough to say, hey, we don't think what you said was that bad. And you go, it was kind of bad, but I don't think they should have wrote me off about it. And they go, no, it wasn't bad. You're be friends. Also, we got a pamphlet we need you to read about some other stuff.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, you're eating elk on a Traeger grill and listening to Joe Rogan.
I love how hate groups always have pamphlets.
They got a lot of literature.
They got a lot of literature now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what really happened.
Yeah, you can bet in those pamphlets, the apostrophes are not used correctly. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, everyone's got their brand. Everyone's just trying to push their brand, dog.
That's right. It's culture wars.
It's
You gotta pick a
culture.
side.
The culture war is big right now. The culture war is big. The culture war is big, and this is one of the thorny issues of the culture war. Is and it's like I said, it's very interesting to see that it's really only women sports where this has become an issue. Because let me tell you something right now, activists or whoever's mad at me right now, YouTube, I fully support and would love to see a trans man in the NFL.
Oh, I'd love that.
Dude, everyone would be rooting for him. Why? Because he's coming up with more of a disadvantage than Rudy.
Yeah.
Not only is he smaller, he was a chick at one point. So if a chick at one point can compete with dudes at the highest level, who is not rooting for that?
Yeah.
The reason why people have a problem with this is because of the advantage of being bigger, stronger. And, everyone knows that that's the truth. That's why sports are separated by sex in the first place. That's the reason why, Serena doesn't compete against Nadal. Look, when Billie Jean King and whatever that dude was did that thing, okay, that wasn't a real thing. That was an equality of the sexes. Like, remember she played him in the ballad.
Yeah.
She played and he was like some comedian guy or whatever. That wasn't a real thing, guys. Okay, it wasn't a real thing. If Djokovic and Serena Williams played right now, Serena would get smoked. Because one of them's a dude and one of them's a girl.
And Serena got all of that ass, too.
She got all that ass. But that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. So I fully support any trans man to play in men's sports.
Me too.
I don't think we're going to see it.
Yeah.
Except maybe The Rock's daughter.
Yeah.
But she's going into wrestling. In professional wrestling, I think you could. I support men and women fighting each other because it's not real. So that's a good thing. MMA, it's going to be tough to watch. That's a tough one. I support. There have been a couple of trans men who've boxed against men. Everyone supports that.
Yeah.
I support that.
Yeah.
Hey,
They did it in golf. what's her name? Annika Sorensen, I think was her name.
Yeah, it's a non-contact
Yeah.
sport. Yeah, I mean, sure, if you can do it, if a trans man can do it,
They do it in curling too.
dude,
Yeah.
compete against the boys, hell yeah, I'm for it. I don't know how you can discriminate against that. But when it comes to the other way, I think that's what the issue is. Maybe some of this is that it hasn't been like narrowed down. Anyway, this is getting so fucking boring. I'm just so done with it. I saw it and I got so like, I was like, isn't all this war in the world like putting things into perspective, you know? Like Ethiopia now has a war, like people are getting slaughtered, Ukrainian civilians are getting like bombed, and then like we turn on American news, it's like, do you support Lia Thomas or not?
Yeah.
And I'm going like, oh my God. I don't know.
American news is about causes. What are you writing for? And also, it's very self-centered. Like, where's my rights? Where's my respect? And people always search for that. You know, other people are fighting for their survival. So it's a different warfare here. You know,
Yeah, it's very strange. And one thing is very real, and the other thing is kind of like, it's just not really real. It's like it's not real. You can't. She's a trans woman. She's trans. If there was no difference between women and trans, why wouldn't there be why would there still be a trans porn section? Why wouldn't it just be called women's? Why would it just be called women's porn?
yeah.
You know?
I mean,
if there wasn't a little bit of a difference, why wouldn't it just? Because when the truth comes out in finance and sports. Yeah, I mean, we may not be able to air this episode, but isn't that wild
this
that we couldn't?
motherfucker just got off the FaceTime with Deborah So. Jesus Christ.
This one's demonetized.
I mean,
for
this
sure.
is just going to be demonetized.
Absolutely.
It's just going to be demonetized. But I mean, what can we do? I mean, are we going to? Because when you get down to the bare bones of it,
Yep.
money, like the market, and sex is where like the truth comes out.
That's where it drives.
That's
yeah.
where it kind of like the truth comes out. So it's like, it would be fun if you talk to a porn producer and you're like, hey, dog, why don't you just call it women's porn? He goes, what? He goes, no, the guys don't like that.
Yeah.
Guys like it when it's a little naughty. And then I know some people are watching going, the porn industry objectifies them. Yeah, of course they do. They objectify everybody. That's why it's called porn. Gay guys the same thing. Gay porn's the same thing. It objectifies women. Yeah, I think it objectifies. That's the point of it. You're not. Nobody's there. Nobody's there to get mentally stimulated.
Yeah.
You're there to look at somebody be objectified for their body. That's what porn is. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, what can you do? Epstein's Island's for sale. Let's buy it. Move down there.
125 million.
125 mil. I would buy it. Buying Epstein's Island is like buying an apartment where someone was murdered.
Yeah.
You know, you get a deal on it. Do you care about that? Like if you see an apartment and you love the apartment, right? Because this is the issue that a lot of real estate agents run into. Not a lot, because it doesn't happen a lot, but real estate agents run into the issue of they got to unload this apartment. There was a murder that happened here.
Get it off the hands. Yeah.
Right. For example, like where I live, this husband, he did a rampage. He killed his wife, the 2 dogs, himself. But it's a beautiful house. It's a beautiful house.
Yeah.
So I guess they try to hide it, right? Like it's kind of like dressing up a corpse. They kind of, I guess they get rid of the blood stains in the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. That
And
house comes with stained glass and carpet.
Yeah. But I don't know if they try to. I guess at some point, you know, people read the paper, they know or whatever. Or do you think they just admit it up front? They go, listen, okay, we're going to show you a beautiful house, but here's the deal. I don't know if you believe in this stuff, but husband killed his wife, dogs, the whole thing. The person's going, even the dogs? Yeah, he wiped out everything.
He killed the dogs?
He did. But let me tell you about the square footage
Yeah.
of this place and the acreage and also walk-in closet. I mean, it's still a beautiful house.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you're
it-
taking off the top, though. What kind of discount am I getting
That's
for
the
that?
thing. I wonder. I'm sure, like, okay, look, this beautiful house. normally this house would go for this, this, and this, but since there was a murder a few weeks ago in here,
Yeah.
we're gonna take a little. We're gonna give it a little haircut.
Yeah.
Would you buy a house? Would you buy a house that there was a murder in? Would you buy a house that there was a murder in? But and that's why the house is up for sale.
No, probably not.
You wouldn't, right?
No,
But why?
I buy to have other people live in it, but I'm not going to live in it myself.
That just shows that we'll never be rational beings, because I wouldn't buy it either.
Yeah.
Would it?
No, I wouldn't. But that just shows that on some level we will. I don't even think the most rational person would.
I need $25K for everybody that dropped in that house. $25K. I'm going to get that house on Groupon.
But if you think about it logically, and that's how I know, that's the thing about humans. Humans are not we're not rational by nature.
Yeah.
We're emotional by nature.
True.
We are. You need to learn to think to be reasonable. Reason needs to be taught.
See, I would buy it if it was in a wide open loft space.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't buy it if it was a 3-story house.
Now, what's the difference?
So I could see everything. Like if there's a basement.
Oh, so you can see if ghosts come?
Exactly.
I'm afraid of ghosts and being haunted and shit. I'm
Yeah,
good.
but ghosts don't exist.
I know, but at least if you're in a wide open space, you
Yeah.
can see every corner.
And you're a grown man.
I know.
So that's kind of like Epstein's Island. Like
Yeah.
some bad things happen there, but it is beautiful. It's in
It-
It's in the what is
nice.
it? Caribbean?
Yeah, I think it's
And
Caribbean.
and it's only 125 mil, dog. Like, 125 mil. I think Deshaun Watson could get that island and do whatever he wants down there.
That's lunch money for Bezos.
Yeah, if I'm buying Epstein's
So
Island.
what? Deshaun Watson's contract, he may buy that.
Yeah.
He may be like, I was also into massages.
If I'm buying that island, I'm buying it and I'm turning it into an amusement park. Because kids like it.
Yeah. What do you do with that island? It's for sale. I mean, it's on the market.
Just rebrand it. You just rebrand it.
You rebrand it.
Yeah. Power of advertising, man.
Yeah. Because I guess the spirit of a story is always ingrained in a place. That's why maybe nobody would buy it, because you'd always be thinking about. That's the power of the imagination. The spirit of a story is in some ways bigger than reality.
Yeah.
It's like it's a part of reality. You can't, because look, a rational person would say, okay, someone was murdered in this house. That has nothing to do with the house. The wood didn't do anything. The floor didn't do anything. It's still the same house. That's gone. It didn't have. It's not there anymore. Everything was removed. They Febrezed the place. They Febrezed it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just a house. It's an inanimate object, right? People stand on blocks all the time where there were murders. You ever look at those old, like when they do the two photos together of the war, and they'll show like.
Yeah.
I did that when I was in Germany. We were looking at these old pictures with the Nazi. We were standing right. People were just eating hot dogs or whatever the fuck they were eating. Murders happened there. Nazis marched there. Nobody cares, right? So it happens all the time.
Someone probably died in this apartment.
Someone probably died here.
Yeah.
Right?
With the way this heat is, for sure.
But when you know about it, that's the difference is when you know about it.
And also when you claim it. Like, people can go to those corners, go to those houses, and be like, people go to 9/11 memorial and they look at it like, yeah, people died here, but like they don't have a immediate connection of ownership to it.
Right.
When you own it, it's like that's in your head because you have to worry about it, and now it's a part of yourself.
Right.
Now you're connecting yourself to that murder.
Right. So you
it's
think
like,
that's what it is.
Yeah. Because when you wake up in the bed, you wake up early morning, sun's coming through the window. You're like, damn, she slit his throat right here.
That's the thing. You start going, your imagination's just going like,
And you're
wow,
always in that state of mind.
You're going like, that happened here. I wonder where she was.
Yeah,
Was
when you
in
put
this
garbage down the
room.
garbage disposal, you go, did she put her finger down there too? So like it's always in your mind, and you're always living within that bubble, not physically and mentally.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people believe in ghosts. A lot of people just believe in it. A lot of people just believe that the ghosts are haunting. I always thought it was problematic that ghosts only haunt inside. They're not outdoor. Like they're always inside, as if they're also vulnerable to weather conditions. They're never outside. There's never a ghost sighting. Like, they're always in the crib, and they're always haunting in the crib.
Yeah.
And it's just like they have all these powers, but all they do is just like move furniture a little over, or like a wind will gust.
Yeah.
Like if I had that power, I would do more with it.
Well,
I'd stick a finger in your butt while you're banging your wife.
There has been like apparition sightings in like outside places in like woodsy areas, or like places out in Arizona and stuff like that. But
Do you believe in ghosts?
I think I do. Yeah.
Of course, so many people believe.
Because I feel like emotion, you could be so angry about something, right?
Right.
Like if you passed away right after your transgender rant, right? knowing that transgenders can compete and compete freely and beat people. If you pass away during that, I think your spirit will be so mad you'll stick around and you'll be like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna try to erect it myself, and then you're gonna be hunting Lia Thomas, and you're gonna be hunting Caitlyn Jenner and shit like that. So I think if you're really mad about something and so passionate about something, you stick around, because when you think about all the ghosts, like, ghosts stick around in houses because, they got murdered, or they found out their wife was cheating on them and they got killed, and they haunt that house. Yeah. So if you're mad about something, like, if you didn't get the proper money back from your tax return and you die, I'm staying.
So because it's unfinished business.
Unfinished business. Yeah, you gonna give me that $650?
Yeah. Unfinished business.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. I'm filling out that W-9 in the afterlife. I'm coming back for my funds, son. That's what it's about.
It's interesting, though. It's an interesting thing. Yeah.
You don't believe in ghosts?
No, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't. And it's funny, when you don't believe in ghosts, you don't see them ever. It's a funny little thing. It's funny how that works. How you have to believe in ghosts first to see one, But that's not true. I've heard people go, I didn't hear it, believe in that shit, and then I saw a fucking guy. But your mind is so powerful. Things. I just don't think people. Why would a ghost hang out on the planet? What would he be doing hanging around here?
Yeah,
maybe there's another dimension we can't see. Is
that what it is? There's another dimension, but you're a guy. You're kind of biased because you've been subjected to the physical things of life. You almost got shot in the dick. You've been electrocuted.
I did get shot.
You get electrocuted.
Almost in the dick. Yeah.
Yeah. You've been electrocuted. You deal with the real physical shit, so you're not paying attention to the wind.
Yeah.
So it's like,
because here's the thing about ghosts.
You know how much life sucks, and people are not going to stick around after it's done.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is why would people create more horror? There's enough horror.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in things like cancer, evil people, bad intentions, disease, accidents.
Life offers a lot. There's no reasons for you to see the 11th season of Grey's Anatomy.
Exactly. Yeah. Why would people create more things to be scared of? I'm not scared of ghosts. Look, if there are ghosts, I'm not scared of them.
Okay.
Because they ain't doing shit.
Yep.
I've been in a theater and heard a bang where people were like, what was that? And I just went like, I don't know, and I don't care. Mm-hmm. Even if it is a ghost, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
What is there to be? He's fucking invisible. He's dead. He can't do nothing to me. Mm-hmm. But the human imagination makes you think anything is possible. That's the good of it and the bad of it. Like, it's like when you're, everything has a bad side, a yin and a yang. Like, my mom was a fighter, so when she had a cause, she was at her best.
Yep.
But if you took the cause away, she was still a fighter.
That's a fact.
So she was going to sue every company that gave her a bill. Yep. She was going to fight with her tenant. She was going to fight with her kids. That's just, that's the downside to it. Everything has a pro and a con. So the human imagination has the pro that it creates everything we see around us. Everything we see is an idea. Have you ever thought about that? Every single thing you're looking at was an idea first. We live in the manifestation of ideas. Every single thing, including us. We were an idea. Our dad had an idea to fuck our moms.
Yeah.
They thought that was a good idea. In all three of our cases, it was wrong. But at one time, it was an idea because they all got divorced. We all have divorced parents.
Yeah.
So they were going like, okay, maybe it was a good idea at the time, but we don't get along anymore. But that too was an idea. Everything starts an idea. You cannot look at one thing in this room that was not born from someone's idea. Someone visualized this camera. Someone visualized the table, the radio. All this was visualized. So that's the upside to it. The downside to that power is like there's ghosts. Ghosts are possible.
Yeah.
Ghosts are in the room. Ghosts are watching me jerk off. That stuff doesn't bother me. You know what else doesn't bother me, dog? If the government's watching me jerk off, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't fucking put my finger over the camera. Watch me jerk off. I don't give a fuck. Blackmail me. Maybe if I was like a full of shit, powerful person, I'd care more. That's such the fun thing about being a comedian.
Yep.
They go like, oh. But now they treat us like we're not. They go like, oh God, it's like, yeah, I'm a comedian. I don't give a fuck. I'm a comedian. Why do you care what I'm doing, what I look like when I jerk off?
Yeah. Yeah.
And who has the time to sit around and watch? You'd probably giggle the first couple seconds you watch someone jerk off, and then you get bored out of your mind watching somebody jerk off. Is it that interesting to watch somebody fucking yank one out?
Nah, I'll probably laugh. I probably laugh at their breathing pattern.
Yeah. Seeing the face would be funny.
See somebody's cum face.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. The first time, second time, you're like, oh,
Yeah, I mean, the people being washed, I don't mind that. I don't mind ghosts either. I believe in them. You know, I actually embrace the idea of ghosts, especially racist ghosts.
Isn't believing in ghosts a little tiny bit a hint of schizophrenia? Is it like borderlining on schizophrenia? Like there's things there, there's things there.
But yeah,
It's a kin, it's a cousin.
If something happens that I can't explain, I'll just defer it to ghosts.
Right.
You know, like, that's probably a ghost.
Right.
I'm not gonna worry about it. You know,
Right.
but I embrace the idea of ghosts.
So-
Like I like the idea of a Civil War soldier from the South coming up and like stalking me.
Right.
Because now he doesn't understand how I have a life.
Right.
I just get up and like,
You're going, wait a second here.
is that motherfucker driving right there?
Y'all, wait a second here. I don't understand what's going on here, man. What, y'all are working together?
What? Yeah.
Wait, how are y'all working together?
Why? Yes. Did that boy just kiss that white girl? Yeah.
Or don't you think they would be pissed? Or they could be pissed.
They
They'd be
can't
like-
do nothing about it.
Or they would be pissed because a lot of them were just swept up in the time.
Yeah.
Maybe they were pissed, going like, "I died, so y'all got free anyway, and I died for nothing."
Yeah, but you could change the tide with a lot of racist ghosts because you're gonna see black people. They're gonna see black people live, but the second they watch NFL Red Zone, they're gonna understand.
Here's what also is funny about people is the Stockholm syndrome of stuff. People, no matter whether something, people only know what they're exposed to.
That's a
It's also
fact.
Plato's allegory of the cave. Plato's allegory of the cave was, his allegory was, you had people chained up in a cave.
Yep.
And they were facing the opposite direction of the fire. You know,
projections, yeah.
And they were looking at they're looking at the shadows,
Yeah.
and that was their reality. But even though the fire was real and the shadows were just shadows, they thought the shadows were real. The Stockholm Syndrome and Plato's allegory of the cave kind of run together. They're kind of like the same thing. That even when your thing is miserable or not any viable any longer. Like slavery wasn't even viable any longer. They had machines. Like even as an economic system,
The Industrial
it wasn't
Revolution,
viable.
yeah.
You know, the whole thing was gone. They still fought for this horrible way. Like what? I don't believe that there's millions of bad people. I believe there's tons of stupid people. And then there's a bunch, like a fewer very manipulative or evil people.
Folks with compelling movements and propaganda.
Yeah, I do not think that the Confederacy was a bunch, like all of them were evil.
I don't think everyone.
They
yeah.
were fighting for an evil thing, but that's because they got manipulated into it.
Yeah.
And also there's that Stockholm Syndrome thing. It's what you know.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
our way of life. They're trying to change it. And then when you go, wait a second, can we just sit down and... It's almost like this trans debate where you go, can we just sit down and talk about it? They
Yeah.
go, no, my mind's made up. My mom, my dad, sweet tea.
Yeah.
I need that, man. And you're like, dude, you're a poor Southern boy who never had slaves. I know, but I was told it's our way of life.
Yeah, the Confederacy was just Biden voters.
Dude, yeah. I mean, how many Confederate soldiers do you think owned slaves? Probably 0.01% of them, like almost none of them.
Mm-hmm.
They were just poor white kids from the South who were told, like, they were told, like the way Putin is telling the Russian people through his state-run media,
Yeah.
we're under attack by the West and all this bullshit. That's the same thing that happened in the Civil War.
Yeah.
Where these rich Southern plantation owners were going like, you know, they're trying to take my money. They're trying to take our way of life. I don't want to pay these people. I don't want equality for I don't want any of this shit. I'm making a fortune. We've been making a fortune for a couple generations off of slavery.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're not going to go fight.
No.
But what they do is they get some fiery, charismatic person, Calhoun and all these fucking politicians who they pay off to get in office, that, you know, to protect their interests.
Yep.
Even they would rather stick to it than evolve, because what you know is always more comfortable than what you don't. Death could be orgasmic, dog. I mean, yo, the Muslims could be right. Not the virgin part, because like that's a little fucking pedophilish, isn't it? Like, has anyone ever been like, yo, dog, that's a little 72 virgins? Like, first of all, that's bad because they're young.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's like they don't know how to fuck. Do you want who wants?
An
Don't you want
experience.
like I want 72 like 30-year-old divorcees who are cock hungry.
Yeah, you don't want your virgins watching Masterclass before you have sex.
Yeah. But maybe they're right about just like a paradise where like you get to indulge in all the things that had consequences here, but they don't have consequences there. So if you love blow, how come nobody ever sells their religion like that? This would be my religion. It would be called Yannisism. I'd be like, yo, this is how I would pitch it at the Religion Expo. I'd be like, yo, dog, Muslims open you they're offering you 72 virgin women in heaven. The Mormons are offering you as many wives as you want. That's good. Here's what I'm offering you, dog. What do you like? Not everyone likes to fuck. What do you like? You love blow. You love blow.
Yeah.
Problem is when you do blow, you end up selling your mom's toaster. It's a problem. You disappear for 4 days.
Yep.
You have heart palpitations. You know, your blood pressure's through the roof. You're going to die of a heart attack. Here's my deal. In Yanniism, it's a fucking ski resort every night, baby. I'm talking Pacino level, Scarface, mounds of blow every night. Techno music blaring. You got people who actually listen to your ideas and stories while you're on blow and affirm it.
Yeah.
And know what you're talking about constantly. Okay? What do you like, dog? What are you into?
Yeah.
You know? You like to drink? Dog. Bottomless pit. Liver is immortal. You can just keep going. You can sit at the bar, tell bullshit stories, fucking whatever it is. Everyone's got some vice. What do you like to do? You like to stick a gerbil in your ass, Richard Gere? Guess what you can do guess what you can do in my heaven? Okay? Yeah. You can breed them. You can breed them in your stomach.
Yeah.
And they pop in and out of your ass.
Yeah, your first follower is going to be Hunter Biden.
Yeah. You like crack? Dog, you like crack. But Hunter, I would make a heaven tailored for whatever your thing is that you hate to do. Like you, food a little bit.
Yeah.
Something you battle.
Yeah.
You had constantly, when you were young, I'd be like, yo, Jared, I know you pretending that sweet potatoes are the thing, but I know what you really want.
Yeah.
Them French fries.
You promised me a heaven with a little bit of streusel? Dog, I'm out.
I mean, I go, Jared, how good was that Cinnabon in Minneapolis?
Yeah.
That was a real naughty thing, and then you had to go work out at the gym, because Jared will go to the gym at like 1 a.m.
Yes.
Jared, here's the thing in my gym. My heaven is made of Cinnabons. You eat the walls. You can eat the walls. It's a never-ending Cinnabon that you never get tired of. But I think my heaven will be, I'd be like, yo, Jesse, you could fucking sit and fucking sculpt all day while you listen.
I want the Coke party.
You want the Coke party. You like the hoo-hats.
I want the Coke party.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, Lia Thomas, you can fucking beat women in racing. Your heaven will just be you and biological women. And you could just fucking come in first over and over and over again. Hyena fans, the podcast never breaks up.
Yep.
It keeps going forever and ever and ever. If you're ambitious, I'd be like, yo, dog, I'll give you country after country. Like, Putin's heaven, I'd be like, yo, how come somebody's not coming? Like, yo, dog, if you stop this war right now, when you die, I will give you 1 million Ukraines to attack. You could just attack Ukraine over and over and over and never get tired of it.
And they keep on coming back like a Call of Duty game.
Yeah. All right, we want to give a shout out to our small business sponsors, guys. We want you guys to support these guys. They got emerging businesses. They're hustlers. They're grinding, trying to make it happen. How did you like? You came over to my house.
Yeah.
You guys gonna come up and watch some tourney games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big is my screen, baby?
Your screen is nice.
I got 75 inches on the wall.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised that you're not 400 pounds with the way your screen looks.
I know. It's big, dog. How did you like your Brooklyn Cannery?
Brooklyn Cannery was nice. It was nice. It was refreshing. Not too much sugar. Calories were low. It was just good. It was like a nice little seltzer soda. It was very nice.
It's 1 gram of added sugar.
Yeah.
Most of the sweetness comes from the stevia, the monk fruit. It's all natural.
Sumerian extract, all that. It's very natural, very good for you.
And yeah, they just figured out this concoction, and it's delicious.
And it helps your stomach, which we've heard from Yannis's ass.
Yeah, it's prebiotic.
Yes.
I guess because monkfish is prebiotic.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
monk
just
fruit.
delicious, dog. And it's like the key lime with jalapeno. How nice is that?
Little bit of kick at the end, yeah.
That little kick at the end. It's not a lot of kick. It's a little kick.
Yeah.
Then you got the cola amaretto. The ginger
Very
beer
good.
is incredible.
Ginger beer is
I
my
want to mix a
favorite.
drink with that.
You can.
Yeah,
you can.
It's nice little
Dude,
calorie. Yeah.
Brooklyn Cannery. Go to brooklyncannery.com. Use the promo code Yannis Pappas right now for 15% off your order.
Do it.
Go order a bunch of these. Try all the flavors. They're incredible. I have a bunch. Jared had them at my crib.
Yep.
So go support Brooklyn Cannery. Follow them on Instagram, Brooklyn Cannery. And then, of course, we got our freaking cold. We got them all in the studio now, baby.
Yes, sir.
Freaking cold, springwater.com. Go to freaking cold. That's freaking with no G. Freaking cold, springwater.com. Go order your waters now. These are infinitely recyclable. They stay real cold because obviously aluminum keeps it colder. No plastic bottles, none of that stuff. No China, no bad for the environment. Freaking cold. They're amazing. So go order them at freaking cold springwater.com. Then, of course, if you want to get your LASIK done, which I might, go see Dr. Nicola Ragusa in New York at OCNY.com. That's OCNY, the letters I.com. Mention Longdays or Yannis. That's where you heard it. And you will get, what does he take off for you?
10%.
10% off your LASIK. So call that number, which Jesse took down too quick. It is 646, New York area code right there.
Yeah.
Now you got Longshore up.
Oh, yeah, we're moving along.
Yeah, but I got to give them the number. They got the
website.
website. Just try the website. Okay, then we got Longshore Coffee, longshorecoffee.com. 15% off at checkout with the promo code FUMES. The coffee's delicious. I drink it every morning. That's your coffee company, longshorecoffee.com.
Very
Nate Linder, your social media manager, natelinder.com for all things social media. Up your social media game with the boy, Nate Linder.
We got to call this guy.
Yeah, we got to make this call happen.
Yeah.
He hooks it up. He's going to help us. And he can help you too. Go to natelinder.com. Get in touch. It helps you with the Google search.
Yeah. Get your game up.
Monetizes.
Get your game up, son.
Get your game up, son. Chris Minetti in the South Jersey, Philly area.
Yeah.
We should have visited him when we were down there doing shows.
Should have brought him some D'Alessandros.
Yeah. Chris, next time we're down there, we're going to come visit you, dog.
Yeah.
Why didn't he come to the show? Did you not know about the show, Chris?
Yeah, I don't know. But if we go back there and his business is in the back of a Crown Fried Chicken, I'm going to be pissed.
215-750-3730. Call Chris. That's it. Just the phone number. If you want to cash a check, go to Chris Minetti Financial Services, which is just a fancy way to say it's Chris's little store to cash his check.
Yeah.
TheBronxBrand.com, guys. Go support these Bronx artists who get a revenue share.
Yeah.
T-shirts, prints, art, BronxBrand.com. You get a little discount code if you use, what was their promo code?
Black Lives Matter. No.
Fumes. BronxBrand.com. Promo code FUMES. You get 15% off.
Do it.
T-shirts, original art, all stuff.
Canvases, whatever you want.
What did you get?
I got a canvas.
What was the canvas of?
It was like a budding flower coming out of the sky. It's very nice.
And who's the artist? You remember?
I know. I don't remember the artist. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. And then, of course, we got, who's Des?
Prevail.
Oh, Prevail, the movie, which I still have not watched. But go watch this movie. It's a self-funded movie. It's a Black Mirror type cautionary tale made by this kid. And so go watch it. We'll put the link in the description. He gave us a new link. So go right down to the description of this episode on YouTube, or you can see it also in the description if you're listening to this. Or Google the movie Prevail, I guess, and find the link. He has a GoFundMe.com, and it's pay what you can, right? Mm-hmm. It's pay what you can. So, help the dude out.
Support the arts.
Support the arts, man.
Course.
Go support this kid. What's his name? His name is, we don't know. Prevail.
Clifton
T.
No.
Clifton T.
Clifton T. Go support Clifton in his movie Prevail. We should check it out. Like maybe the three of us should watch it.
Yeah.
It's a short, maybe we'll watch it in the studio next week. ForTheFree.us, all things music from Hawaii. Mm-hmm. They list bands you can find out about, music events happening. So if you're a music fan or you're going to Hawaii, you got to go to ForTheFree.us and find out what events are happening, what the cool bands are. And if you're a music fan, go discover some new bands from Hawaii. Very cool For The Free, what they're doing. And then, of course, we got, he's going to be at the show in San Antonio.
San Antonio, he's coming, yeah.
Jared, exclusiveautoshipping.com. If you're moving your car anywhere in the world, go get your free quote with exclusiveautoshipping.com. And Ben Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Smith, send your copy. We don't know what you're trying to promote.
Yeah, dog.
Maybe he just wants to support. I don't know. So Ben Smith, shout out. All right, patreon.com/Yanni Longdays. We want to welcome our newest long haulers to the Fediverse. Get your bonus episode every week, your additional Long Days episode. I want to shout out Ryan Dean, Mike Gorman, Lucas Mata, Greg, Bob, Melissa F, Dimitra, girl,
Simwani.
Tsikumani.
What?
Yeah, Dimitra Tsikumani.
Wow.
She's Greek. Samuel Crawford, Ty, Vincent Espinosa, Dick Palmer.
It's a power name.
Dick Palmer.
Dick
That is.
Palmer.
Joshua Morals, Ben, J Dub, Becca D, Coco Johnston. What? That is a 0% chance that person is white.
Yeah.
Garlic Knot. Coco Johnston. That's a good, strong power black name.
Yeah.
You got to come out with a album or a perfume. That name should be a brand.
Or you make your own hair products. In your own room.
Coco Johnston hair products. Coco Johnston, and then we got Garlic Knot. Another good one, Rumsfeld Finidash. Rumsfeld Finidash. Jonathan Rumsfeld Finidash sounds like a Rumpelstiltskin character.
Yeah.
Like a character in a Disney movie. Then we got Jonathan Jameis, Stevie Woot, a cute toot sent to stop Vladdy Poot. That's the winner. Then we got Dylan Clonin. Dylan Clunan, Oliver RK, Joshua Gray, Trillstein, Bradley Heberstrock, TN, Flood, and Jerry Joyner. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
It's been a